I mean, a little bit. Very even game, very tight game. They had a lot of the ball. But we knew we would need to defend well to have a chance to win the game. Obviously, last year we lost 4-0. Everybody knows they're one of the best attacking teams in the league. And first half, they had no shots, 0. Really liked our first half. Thought we had some moments to score as well. When you're in a tight game like this, the margins are going to be, it's a 1-0 game either way. And Leo had a good chance first half where we slipped him in on a dead ball. Luka, I felt, was in behind. If he gets the cross right, that's a chance. But I was really pleased with the first half. And, second half, obviously disappointed to give away the goal on a throw-in. Didn't really feel like Columbus threatened us much through the run of play. They had a bit of the ball, but really, again, never really got going. They didn't create a ton of chances. I think they had 3 shots on goal the entire 90 minutes. And when the margins are tight in a game like this, you got to find the goal and or you can't give away the goal. So for sure we have to learn from the throw-in because – again, it's a moment off a dead ball where they throw it in, we head it, and then they're off running at us in a transition, and we just didn't get connected. So, again, even game. I think it was 8-5 in shots, something like that. So it's tight, not a lot of chances either way. But you kind of have to play the game that way against Columbus to have a chance because they're just so good in the attack. And I really felt like it was a game we were going to win 1-0. Didn't happen. We won't hang our heads. We're 6 weeks into this project with this group. And, obviously we lose to a very good team today.
So in terms of your attack, I know there's a lot of new faces. Do you chalk this up to kind of guys are still learning kind of cohesiveness, or is there something in particular with this game?
It's a tight game, so when you make the game tight, obviously if you make it a real open game, you create more chances, but they create a lot more chances, so we made it a very tight defensive game. So that's a part of it. Do we need to create more chances? Yes, for sure. But we made this game a tight game. And we made it a game, where we were going to hopefully get a clean sheet and win 1-0. And, I thought, again, if you look at the first half, that we executed really well. We just got to finish the details of the few chances we had. And then second half, we got to get a few more chances, and we can't give away the goal.
Referee didn't point to the spot at one point with a handball. Went to video review and called it back. What were your thoughts on that call?
I haven't seen it yet. I thought we would get the penalty and we'd get a 1-1 draw, but I haven't seen it. So I won't comment anymore on it.
Go, Sam.
And also, we saw Eli kind of go over to the right with Brandon By coming out. Eli was on a yellow card. Can you just kind of talk about that substitution and also just what you've been able to see from Eli?
Yeah, we brought him in to be a right back. Obviously, he's had to play left back because we've had 2 left backs out. Will Sands wasn't available to play major minutes today. We knew he'd be, about 30 max. We felt with the match state being down a goal that, that Eli, even though he's on a yellow, that he'd bring some attack, some passing, and some crossing for us. And then we obviously in the last 10 minutes shifted into a 3-4-3. And, he sat as one of the 3 kind of center backs. I thought that gave us some life, and I thought we actually really created some problems in that last 10 minutes. Again, I'll go back to they're a very good team, Columbus, one of the best teams in the league over the last 2 years, MLS Cup champs 2 years ago. They're last year the League's Cup champions. They're a very good team. And, they scored 4 goals last weekend. and so I thought we did a really good job defensively against them today.
Okay, let's go to Caleb and then Ethan over here.
Kind of just doubling down, like, his substitution question. Obviously, Lugo Langoni was substituted first. This is the second week in a row where he's been substituted quite early. Luis Diaz came on for him, I believe, both times. Can you just talk about Luis Diaz's performance and kind of why the substitution?
Yeah, I mean, every sub, it's what we feel will help inject something into the game. So it's not always because a guy's doing poorly, but Luis is great off the bench. He's one of the fastest guys in the league. He's got pace, and you can see when he comes into a game, he's a threat.
Okay, let's go to Ethan, and then we'll go Gus, and we'll wrap with Seth here.
Right. So despite the result, in which areas do you think the team has improved compared to last game? I mean, different opponents, but what do you think in terms of improvement?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is we played Columbus last year in our second to last game of the year, and we lost 4-0, and it could have been probably 5-6 or 7. So I think when you look at how much more competitive we were today, how much more organized we were today, how much better our mentality was today, it's not even close. So yeah, we leave disappointed because we didn't win the game, but we have to keep a perspective that we've been together not even 6 weeks because we haven't had the whole group 6 weeks. And, we have prioritized the defending. We need to find the balance where we're creating more chances for sure. But, we're on the road against Nashville, so we've got to make that game tight. And today we needed to make tight because, if you don't, you give away 4 goals like Chicago. Or like we gave last year 4 goals away. 9 goals in the 2 games, right? I think it was. So we gave away 9 goals against Columbus in the 2 games. So that's not the way to play against this team. And, it looks like we didn't create a ton of chances, but neither did they. So sometimes in a football game, soccer game, you've got to make the game tight, and you got to find the margin to win it. And we weren't able to do that today, but we're not going to hang our heads. We focus back on the process, and we're back at home against Philadelphia. And we're going to keep working, keep improving. And a part of that improvement, yeah, will be the attack. But I think there's a lot of positives with our defending right now, especially. And if you have a really good defensive team, you're always going to be competitive in every game, which we will.
Let's go to Gus, and then we'll wrap with
Coach,
Seth.
this is your second year. Where I come from, there's a saying that a coach needs 3 transfer windows to make his team. You said a little bit about the defending, how teams are not balanced. How much time do you still need to make that team reach that point where you want them to be?
I think we have a good squad right now. To answer your question, I think we have a good squad right now. So I like the team we have. I think we'll be fine if we continue to follow the process and keep working. We're 2 games into the season. We took a draw and we lost to one of the best teams in the league today. So we're going to go into our 3rd game, prepare the team really well. We're back at home, and I'm very, very confident in this group. I have a lot of belief in this group. I think we have a very good squad, and as we've shown in the first 2 games, we're extremely competitive.
Last question, Seth?
Just want to ask a little bit more about having the right-footed right back. Eli carried the ball forward a little bit, and you also having that left back who's left-footed. It just seemed like that fits your game model a little bit more. Are you excited about potentially having those right-footed and left-footed guys?
Yeah, of course. Obviously, with Peyton and Will out, we're in the 3rd guy, and so, yeah, that's not ideal. We'll create more, obviously, with a left-footed left back and a right-footed right back. And in other games where we're, playing different teams, we're playing in a different way, we'll create chances, more chances, and we'll score goals. No doubt.
Thank you, Caleb.
All right, thank you.